Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 stream. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. As the title states, we are in the Road to $1 Million series. We're in the Miracle truck right here, the one with the cracked block and bad pistons, and it still runs. I think it's even got a bad crank in it, too. So, yeah, it's impressive. It really is. Alright, anywho, let's hop on inside the old shop here. I believe we built this in the last video or stream or something. I can't remember. But here's a Pontiac GTU. We're actually going to be slowly restoring this one today, eventually. And then we're going to put it up for sale, which is going to contribute to our little fun problem up there. You know, we only got $33,000. We want to get to $1 million. That's a long ways away. Let's get it done, shall we? First things on the list, we got a customer's vehicle. Recognize me? Sure not. I'm the internet star of car racing. Well, perhaps a rising star. I go by the name RM. This is my new project car. I just snapped it from the junkyard for now. It looks like a piece of junk. Can we make it a gem? I mean, you can, but nobody has to know that, right? Are you in with this project? I hope so. I just want you to check if it starts up before the first episode, and we'll think about the rest later. Thanks. We'll see you on import tube. Alright, so we've got a list of parts here that we have to figure out what's wrong with it. And we've got a few. And then we've got to change the oil, and change brake fluid, coolant, power steering fluid, and refill the washer fluid. So, what do you say? We jump on in by draining the fluid. Getting that taken care of first. Perfect. And jump on over here. Let's drain the power steering fluid. Perfect. Alright, I'm pretty sure everything's all drained. Alright, let's back on up out of here. Let's put this up in the air. I ain't worried about damaging the hood because, well, the hood's already, already to begin with, so. Alright, we're going to bring over our little drain pan here for the oil. Over to the Kagura SX. Ooh. That was nasty. Alright, let's check and see. It needs an oil filter. And it does. Okay, so we got one part on the list. Alright. Oh yeah, engine needs to be complete to try this action. I'm a dumbass. I'll put that back on for a minute. Just so we can do some testing. So I'm going to say that engine can't be started. Of course not. So, let's check out the old multimeter here. See what it's going to tell us. And it looks like we got ourselves a bit of electrical issues. Alright, we need throttle, battery, alternator. The starter's decent, okay. We need some fuses, which I have some in the back there. I'm wondering, do we got a battery? And do we got an alternator? Before we start jumping and buying everything that we need, let's go see, try to save some money here. Oh, look at that right there. We already got a bunch of fuses and such. So that's good, right? We're already ahead of the game here. Now let's go down here to warehouse 2 and see if what we have in here. We don't. Might need a fuel filter. Got one, may as well use it, right? Alright, let's see. There we go, I guess, yeah. May as well open that door up. Alright, let's bring this down. We gotta buy another tool. We gotta buy the OBD2 reader, the onboard diagnostics. little bit of money, but you know, it'll pay for itself within the first couple of cars. You know what I mean? So let's check and see this out, see what we're doing with it. I already had it, I just had to buy the programming for it. Alright, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 ignition coils, 4 spark plugs. Okay. So we need the battery. Let's see here, let's jump on over here. Alright, we need a battery. We need an alternator. We need 4 ignition coils, 4 spark plugs. And then we also need, what else do we need here? Oh yeah, and an oil filter. We'll order that all up at the same time here. Get them all here at the same dang time, you know what I mean? Alright, let's just keep on cruising on here. Let's look for some stuff here that we're looking for. Right there, perfect. Alright, now just gotta wait for the stuff to show up, but while we're waiting, let's go ahead. We're gonna pull the motor out of this. Alright, let's grab our oil drain here. And we move this over to car lift B.
Your bed.
Alright, now we are going to drain the oil. Nice and clean, surprisingly enough, right? Alright, I'm put this back. And then we are going to drop the drive shaft. Also repair it. Alright, let's come on over here. Pull up the starter. Let's get rid of this pipe. And then this pipe. Perfect. Beautiful. Drop this down. Now here's the thing. I think we're going to do a little something different with this. Instead of putting the, what is it, 1 carb? Not 2 carb. I think we're going to put a supercharged motor in it. That's what I think we're going to do. But we're going to use the parts from this motor on the new one. You see what I mean? I'm going to put this over here. Hey, wait, this is a junkyard build. I remember this now. Cool. Alright, our parts are here. Let's go snag them all up. Alright, let's see. They would be in this crate right here. Let's see. Yep, there they are. Perfection. Minus the fuses and relays, because I already have them. Ah, crap. I know what I was forgetting to order. I know what I forgot to order. V6B. So we'll have to wait on that. Alright, but anywho, we do have the alternator and such, so we can put all that on. Let's pull out this idler pulley. Take this billet up out of here. Let's get this alternator out of here just so we can actually, you know, give it a good test over, you know. It's okay if this is not on. Or if this is on right now, because we need to have the motor completed. Pull these junky coils out of the way. There we go. Let's grab the spark plugs. Perfect. Let's put in some new stuff here. So I'll bring the sparky plugs in, along with the ignition coils. There we go. Perfection. Let's see here. We got 3 parts that are not discovered. Belts on. Idler A is on now. Perfection. So in theory, once we put this battery in, do I got a battery charger? I do. Perfecto. Beautiful. Alright, now in theory, we should be able to... Why can't the engine be started? Oil, not oil. Darn. Oh wait, never mind. Having such a good day so far, aren't we? Alright, now I can see roughly what ones are bad. Okay, we got that one and those 3 on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna pull this, and this back right out again and re-examine it. There we go, perfect. Perfection. Alright, now, we already had these, we don't gotta wait on them. Got one of them, one of these. Okay, we're gonna head back over into here. I'm pretty sure I got one in here somewheres. Let's see, we need a relay type A, which is right there, beautiful. Run back over to here. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to go see if we can't compression test it again. There we go. Perfection. Perfection. Everything seems to be on the up and up so far. Not seeing anything else. That's good news, good news. I'll go ahead and give this a little bit of an examination. And I still want to do one more test. Right there. Fuel pump and fuel filter. Okay, so we already got the fuel filter, but we do need to order the fuel pump. I don't have one of them. So let's scroll on down the list here. Perfect. Now, fuel filter, where are you located? You're tucked deep down in here. Pull this up out of here. Now we got one thing that is not being accounted for. And I wonder what it could be. I'm not really all that sure. But if we go and do all of our testing, then let's see, we've done electronics, we've done compression, We've done the OBD scanner. We've done field pressure test. I wonder something here. I really does. Oh, wrong one. This one. Oil filter, fuel pump, throttle V6B, and part not discovered. So there's nothing wrong with this fan. Well, there is, but I wonder if we can repair the fan. We can. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright, well, we know the fan's not a problem now. Oh wait, I bet you I know what that other issue is. Hey, bets, place your bets, it's an air filter. Boom, air filter. Perfect. So I guess we gotta order that. Alright, so let's order this air filter. I4B. Alright. Now we wait. While we're waiting, let's pull these wheels off. And by the time we're done with these wheels, our parts should be here. Perfect. Jump on to the front one here. There we go. And then slide our way over here to the other side. There's a bunch of rusty bolts on this son of a gun. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if these wheels are any good, but we're going to check and see. That's a good sign so far. Yeah, 34%. Not wrong with that at all. Ooh, got one dead one. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Thankfully, it shouldn't be that bad of a job to fix. Oh, we got 2 dead ones, 2 good ones. Okay, so we need to repair these wheels. Perfect. And we need to buy 2 new wheels. So let's order them up. All the way down here at the bottom of the list. Rim TBX. No, that wasn't them. Haha. What are we dealing with here? Alright, we need 2. And they're going to be 16s. That's not bad. 340 bucks. That's not bad at all. Alright. So, let's go check and see if our parts are here. Alright, let's see in here. Perfection. Beautiful. They're here. Nice. There's the throttle bottom right there. It's good. Alright, pop the hood here. Move this throttle body. Open this air box up. Let's try to repair that as well. Put that back in there all nice and neat looking, right? Nope, can't repair it. Alright, now let's sneak our hand through here. Let's pull up that fuel pump. Put in the new one. Perfect. Work our way around to the front. Put in the air filter base, put in a new air filter. New throttle body. And in theory, there should only be one thing left. Oil filter. And then filling the fluids. So let's put this up in the air. Alright, we need to get this oil filter out of the way. Put the new one in place. Beautiful. And now we just gotta fill it up with fluid. And she's good to go. Make some moony. First things first, let's start with the brake fluid. Got a guesstimate here on how much is in there. Let's see, how is that doing? Ah, that's not bad. That's not bad. It'll work. It'll be suffice enough. Alrighty. Let's put some oil in it. Help lubricate everything. Alright, now we're going to put on some power steering fluid. Kind of see what the gauge is at. There we go. Top this up. And after the coolant, she should be done. Let's fill up the coolant. Go. Perfection. This thing should be done. Alright, we're sitting at 30,000. See how much we make off of it. 1,800 bucks. What happened to that TV money? You know what I mean? Alright, we're going to close that up. Put this up in the air. Okay, let's get our next job. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? Body panels, transmission, fixed body parts, car is loud. Well, let's just work on these ones for now. I think I jumped the gun on this one. I really do. I need the engine stand for this car. I mean, I don't need it, but it just makes it so much easier. The interior is washing. Let's clean the exterior on it now. There's the magic one. Spray it down. Perfection. Famille. Alright, now we move this over to car lift A. You know what I'm thinking we might just do? Put that motor back in here and sell the car. Well, put the new wheels on with the other tires, since the tires seem to be in pretty good shape. Decent, anyway. Or let's see, 275 6016, 255 6016. What do they cost for one of them? 216, 275. Holy smokes. 60. Holy crap, $2,000 for a pair of wheels. Huh. Well, it could be worth it in the end, right? These ones that were on the car are even more. Yeah, okay. Why not? Let's pull the trigger. You figure? Whew, expensive. Alright, but let's go grab this motor. We're going to put that in the car now. It's going to put a supercharged motor in it, but trying to make money, not continually spend money, so. And I need the engine stand anyway, so let's put this motor just back in the car. Now, what's it worth currently right now? We're down $2,651. We add this to it. Pumps us up $3,000. So the motor alone's worth $5,000. Not bad, not bad. Now we're going to put all the gearbox and such back on, which I've already repaired it all. That should help with the value of the car just a bit, right? One would think. I'll put the gearbox in. Kind of looks like a diamond in a goat butt, you know what I mean? Starter. Greave shaft. Put the downpipes in. The other downpipe. Perfect. Now, we were in $3,000 profit. How much profit have we got now? Alright, we doubled it. It's not bad. But there's one more thing I want to do yet. This one. Before we go get our tires. Well, let me yank this out of here, so we don't fry the electricals. Whew, $1,500, that's expensive. Alright. What do we increase the value by now? Yeah, it's all good, my man. It's all good. How are you doing? Alright, we just upped the value by $3,000. That's not bad. So we doubled the money what it cost. Let's put this back. Over here, let's grab our new set of tires. They are. There they are. They're in this pile here. Right on, right on. It's good to hear, good to hear. Alright, let's see here. There's our tires right there. Perfect. Got our wheels too. Alright, put the fronts together first. They're coming slowly. Got a bit of a road ahead of me, you know, to make it $2 million. Rome wasn't built in a day. Sometimes the lesson is you gotta spend money to make money. Put this wheels on now. 275 to the rear, 255 to the front. And it should increase the value of the car quite a bit. One would think, anyway. Sometimes we might say it's too early for thinking. Alright, what are we up to now? Oh yeah, we'll be at like basically almost $30,000 by the time this wheel goes on. So when I originally brought this car in here, it was only worth $16,000. And we still got other stuff to put into it yet. Why is this empty? That's no bueno. Go, and I'm going to top off the oil. I'll put some in because I pulled motors. So. Go. Just trying to think. That. Perfect. Grand total so far is $30,752. That's not bad. All right, now we're going to sell this. All right, we are slowly making up some profit here. All right, this one needs a complete overhaul of the motor. But before we go any further, let's go ahead and get rid of all the parts that are no good. We got tires that we got to put in our storage. But let's head down to the junkyard, see what we can't find. We got a couple cars in the parking, but those are personal vehicles. I cannot believe this truck still runs. Alrighty, at the junkyard we are. Let's see, is there anything over here? Nope. What is this? Volvo. Fairly cheap too. Only $4,500. It's got a little motor, so it'll be cheap to build. I'm not sure the value is going to retain itself on that though. A shop vehicle, which I already have, so I don't need. Why do they do this to me? Why? But we do have a little bit of money saved, so what do we got going on here? Let's see, we've got ourselves Volta Reptilia R6. This is the PN8 model. It comes with a V8 overhead valve, CGM, whatever that stands for. Maybe Chevy General Motors, supercharged. And it's mid-engine rear-wheel drive. We want $11,693. That's not bad. How many miles? It's only got 40,000 miles. $40,000 miles and it looks like this. Sheesh. Alright. We know that's here. That's a very good deal. Ooh, this is front wheel drive or is it rear wheel? Front wheel drive. Well, it's 4-wheel drive, but. Is there something over? No, there wasn't. There was not. Okay, it's less than what it's worth. That's good. That's good. It's a standard, but I can put all the valence stuff on it. I was hoping that there would have been something over, but I guess there was not. There's the V8 model. Olsen Grand Club. 78,000 miles. Comes with a V8 dual overhead cam 4x4 motor. And they want more than it's worth. So it's going to stay right there. Ooh. Oh, it's a straight 6. Yeah. Oh, crap. Dodge Challenger RT. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. To restart the Muscle Car series again. What's it got in it? 446 pack. 3 2-barrel carburetors. So let's see if I were to buy this one and buy that one. This one's what, 9 grand? Yep. So it'd be 20 grand. But then that takes away 10 grand from putting into the other motor. As much as I want to pull the trigger on this one, I think we're going to go get that vet. This one right here. Yep. Alright. I think I'm going to head back to the shop. Where's the gate? And I feel locked in. Well, let's head back to the shop. I think we made a heck of a steal. I can actually dig deep into this motor. The only thing is, the motor for this car is extremely expensive to build. Those superchargers are not cheap. By new means. I mean, it is what it is, right? You know? Alright. Give it a good whoosh. See, we got all 4 wheels for it. Well, that helps. That helps a lot. That's going to sort of car with B. And what we got to do is come back over to here, open this all up. Oh wait, wrong section. We need this one. Perfect. Alright, now we're just going to put this up and pull these wheels off. Now, as much as I would like to take this car and blow it right apart and completely paint everything on it, I don't think that's going to be feasible. It's a good sign that all the wheels came off, though, really having the spray. Alright, let's pull this CV axle out of the way now. Alright, we're going to put this up in there. We're going to pull this motor. Just for the simple fact is that's a simple one to rip down and tear down and all that other fun stuff. Alright. I need to see if that crank is still good. And the block, actually. And I'm not sure. The block's cheaper than normal. Let's see what we're looking here for. The crank is $200. It's $20 more than what the OHV one is. And the engine block for it is $2,500. OHV is the same price, so. Alright, yank that motor out of there. And do a quick little tear down on it. Let's pull this crank. Let's pull a crank pulley out for here. Timing cover. Got 1 more volt spray. There we go. Let's get this timing chain out of here. Timing gear, camshaft. What are we looking at here? Ooh, timing cover's no good. But we can probably repair the camshaft, maybe. The gearbox is good. So that's good news. That's going to save us a lot of money. Missed the piston ring. Missed a couple of them, actually. This side's complete, though, at least. Looking at that timing cover, it's not giving me much hope for condition of the block and the crank. I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's drop this crank out of here. I'll take the block out. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, so looks like we got ourselves some junk parts here. We got the block and the crank are no bueno. Cam gear is no good. Flywheel, clutch. Put all these parts in here that we won't be using. What were the wheels looking like? Ooh, we got one bad one. Oh no. Alright, but anywho, let's get working on this here. Fixing these new brake pads up front. Now let's order a set of those. We need a new alternator. We'll see all that. Oil filter. Both front brake pads are shot. So we got that going for it right now. Let's get the CV axle out of the way. Right, now the starter, which is right here. Pull this out. Alright, let's put it up in the air. I think what we're going to do first, something's telling me I'm going to have to disconnect that exhaust manifold first. What the? Why would they put one there? Alright, I'm going to put this back. Nice, didn't have to. Go. Drop this down. And this over to Royal Town. Let's come in here. Let's pull out this back window. Let's get rid of these junk parts here that we probably won't ever be using again. Let's just slide our way to the front. Got another fuse box here. Go. Perfecto. This, we'll leave that there for the moment because I want to bring this over. Ooh, $2,000 out. So now what's it worth? $2,200 up, that's not bad. Considering there's no motor or nothing in it. No motor, no wheels. You know, pulling off some body panels here. go. Don't need this over here no more. Put that back. Pull this out of the way. Have the motor. And let's go look at our parts list that we need to get. Alright, so we need an alternator, belt tensioner. Alright, so what I'm thinking we're going to do is I think we're going to pull this motor apart and then replace everything that needs to be replaced. You know what I mean? Cover that piston with connecting rod. I wonder which one it is. I wonder if the rear brakes are done too. Yep. Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Now, what do the bushings look like up front here? Well, they don't look too bad. But on this side, oh, looking pretty good. Alright, so what are the parts that we still need? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brake pads will be 2. We got 5 more parts left to find on this bad boy. Probably needs an oil filter, or air filter, I mean. That would be my guess. Or wheel bearings and such. Who knows? I don't. Let's repair all these parts and pieces. Just so if I accidentally hit the for sale, sell all the parts, that we don't accidentally sell these ones. There we go. I didn't know we can repair the fuse box for that. Nice. Nice. Alright, well, let's go put that fuse box in here so we don't lose it. It went right here. Yeah, first new part. Making progress. Yeah, down $1,300. We'll fix that though. Alright. So, now we're going to start over here. Let's pull the throttle body off, which is right here. Now, the fuel rail is right here. Intake. The head cover. Kind of a split design. One spark plug is toast. Other one, and the third one. Perfect. Look at that. See all the good stuff? Alright, so we're definitely going to need a head for it. What else we're going to need? Let's get this idler A out of the way. All the good parts are on the right side of the motor. Okay, so that's good to know. Oil filter, you are next. Alright, so let's pull this camshaft off first. There we go. Let's get this cam cap off. Bye-bye camshaft. What am I missing? Oh, there's one hidden right here. Right in plain sight, it's all hidden, man. Now we can get rid of the camshaft. It's just junk. Alright. There's as many cam caps on here as there is on the i4. It's only a 3-banger. Here's a 3-longer. Huh. impressive. We can't remove those. It's impressive, man. Alright, let's get this camshaft out of the way. Get the cylinder head out. Oh, well, maybe we should remove the spark plugs first, right? Sometimes that might help. Now we can remove the cylinder head. I got all 6 bolts. Alright, and the piston ring that is toast is the center one. I knew that. As far as I know, this looks good, looks decent. Doesn't look like it's all worn or nothing, so we're going to leave that alone. However, we're going to flip this around. Jump back on here, remove the idler A, or you won't be able to get the oil pan off for whatever reason. Alright, let's give everything a once over here. Alright, looks like it's just the center one here that's toast. Pull this up out of the way. Alright, now looks like we're in pretty decent shape. Everything else looks on the up and up. Alright, now we're going to mark off all the parts we need. I figured we need all 3. There we go. Plus there's going to be a bunch of parts that we don't have that we got to order. So that'll be a process in itself. Alright, so let's head on over here. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a day or two. Just buying some stuff here. Cam gear, fuel rail, and brake pads. And we need electronics. We need the alternator and 3 sparky plugs. Alright, the motor is good for there. So while we're waiting on that, actually pull these rear tires off now. Get ready to remove the brake pads. See, they're all shot. Like I said, while we're waiting, let's start pulling the suspension. Oh, that's fine. Strip this down. We're going to get ready for the rebuild on this one. I guess we should take out the wheel bearings first. Sometimes that might help. But before we just start throwing money at this one, we're going to see what we can repair and what we can't. I mean, if I could put the base of the suspension together for next to nothing, well, why not, right? It's a good time when that happens, you know what I mean? Alright, let's pop this wheel bearing up. The wheel hub. I figure once this car is done, it'll give us a good jump start on our $1 million. Cool. Know what I mean? There we go. Let's slide ourselves all the way to the front. Just give me a second here. Before fixing it up. Ah, okay. Well, see, this one I pulled out of the junkyard. I was originally up on it $3,000. We are down now on it because I've stripped it all down. This one will be going up for sale when it's finished. And this is what's going to be the contributing factor to us getting to $1 million. Because this car should net me over $300,000. I think. Pretty sure it should. I could be wrong. But I do not know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually fully restored one of these. I mean, yeah, there are going to be parts that I'm going to have to buy, like the inner and outer tie rods, the shocks, coils, bushings, little things like that is one thing, but hopefully repair all the steering knuckles, the rear knuckle housings, cross member. Hopefully we can repair all that stuff. I'm hoping. Hopefully it's not too far gone. You never do know. This rack is a big one. Hopefully we can repair that. But I found that if you repair parts, you actually don't make as much money as if towards the vehicle unless, except for when you buy it brand new. Then you make money. You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't get it. Still a brand new part you're putting on, but that's just something that I've found. I guess because, the part costs more, so it's going to up the value of the car just a bit. Versus if you just repair it, you're spending only a fraction of it. But in my opinion, it shouldn't matter. It should be straight across the board. It should be the same price. If it's a brand new part, when you put it on, it should get brand new value. You know what I mean? See, I like it when I don't got to spray bolts, because that means the part's coming off good, which means it's not fully shot yet. Although I have been tricked like that in the past. I honestly have been. Alright, that has been repaired, so we're going to leave that there. Alright, now how bad are we down? 4,600, that's not bad. That's salvageable. Alright, now, let's run on over here. Now, suspension was complete, so we should be able to go through our inventory. And select all the parts that we need to, in theory. Keyword being in theory. Big ones I need to make sure I'm able to repair is the cross member, the steering rack, and I can't remember what else. There's a few major key components that are going to cost a fortune if you don't get them repaired to purchase new. I'm trying to save money, not spend money. Ooh, almost lost that one. Immerse, man. Ooh, yes, cross member is repairable. Yes. Steering rack. Nice, nice, nice. I think I repaired everything suspension-wise that we were able to. Why isn't the block good? Oh, maybe because it was left in the open. And yeah, let's do this. Oh, look at that. Almost missed it. Oh no. Oh well, one part bad, not bad. I can dig it. All right, now let's see here. We need some of them. We'll have B. Need those. Really? Ah, there we go. We need that. We need that. We need this. Well, we need basically a whole brand new motor. So I'm not gonna mark all the parts off for that one because we'll be here for days. Oh, okay. There, there. 3-bar B, which we have to buy anyway. Same with this. Let's see. We need some inners and outers. Okay, we got that all marked. We need that. We need 2 of those always. I don't think they're repairable. If they were, well, they weren't on the list, so I don't know. Alright, let's see here. We'll get... Pretty sure we got these, but whatever. If we don't, well, we're going to get them now. So, alright. What's this list look like? Ooh. I already bought all those ones. I'm going to start off the brake pad. Ooh, that's actually not that bad of a list, to be honest. Alright, let's go get our parts for this. We can start putting that thing back together, get that ready to come out of the shop. Alright, our box of little itty bitty baby engine parts are in here. Let's see, yep, there they are. Nice, nice. Very nice, very, very nice, you know what I mean? Nice, nice. Perfection. Alright. One of these days the leg's gonna fall on us. And I'm not gonna be a happy camper when that happens, you know, that's gonna make a big mess. It's gonna go splat. Let's put this in. Old pan, time for you to go on. Why didn't that get repaired? Seriously, it didn't repair the oil pan? What? Oh wait, I never. My bad. So I was thinking to myself, why didn't this stuff get repaired? Because I didn't repair it. That's why. So, what? Oh, I already sold it, I guess? Camshaft for the... No. Put a camshaft in here. Right there. Why are you not repairable? Huh? Hold up. Wait a minute. Time out. Something's just not right here. I could regrind an I3 camshaft, but I can't repair... Huh? Come again? Huh. Huh. That's messed up. Hey, look at that brand new oil pan. Alright, swing around to the front here. Put some idler A's on. Yeah, they're not bad, 93%. That's pretty decent. Put the new alternator on. The oil filter. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to have to flip this around because that cylinder head's a little tricky, we'll say. Alright, let's go. We're going to put this on right here. Now the new one goes on this side, but look, I repaired that one. How come I couldn't repair the one that I had for my LS? What is the world coming to? That is something I do not know. Alright, let's finish putting these ignition coils on. This camshaft now. And all these nice little cam caps. We got 6 of them, or no, 8 of them, pardon me, my bad. I can't math. My math is not mathing today. Perfect. I mean, it really is not mathing today. There we go. We got 2 more cam caps to put on, and then the head cover should go on. One would think, anyway. Unless I gotta put the cam gears on first, which could be a good possibility. Come on, get on there. There we go. I'll put you on here. What's the belt look like? Oh, the belt's in good shape. It's 95%. Perfection. There we go. Now we put the timing cover on. Now we put the head cover on. Let's put the throttle body on first. All freshly refurbished. Now there's 2 different variants of this motor. One is a turbo, and the other one is just a regular three lunger, which is the one that we have. No, it's not ours, but you know what I mean. All right, now we need to order time belt and belt tension now. And I believe after that, this thing is finito. All right, let's hop on the tablet here. Let's jump up here. We'll go over to belt tensioner. We need one of them, and then we also need serpentine belt B I3. I'm pretty sure that's it for the motor. So while we're waiting on those parts to show up, let's go over here and start changing some brake pads. And then while we're at it, may as well repair the calipers. We have that technology. But I want to get that motor built before I start putting the suspension together, because I like to put everything together, you know, motor first in those type of cars, and then build off of that, you know what I mean? That way then I can put the wheels and everything all at the same time. Alright, let's go here. The brake pads. The calipers. Let's take a look at our parts list here. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts that are not discovered. Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out. And we've got all 4 of the same type of wheel. Same size, same everything. So we're going to put 98, 94, 94, 93. 98. The right rear. Always put the better tire there. Alright, put some brake pads in on this bad boy. Right here. Brand new refurbished calipers. I guess we should maybe put the wheel on. Sometimes that might help. That could help. Periodically, anyway. Alright. Repeat the same process, 10 through 1. I got so many dang calipers. Oh yeah, I took them off that cart too. I just remembered. Now, what's the wheel bearings look like? I mean, they look decent. No, I think we're gonna leave the wheel bearings. I think we just are, man. What is that? That's a motor that's missing. Alright, let's go grab this little guy and throw it over our shoulder. Rather lift 50 of these a day than one Hemi. Guess what I forgot to do? You guessed it. Belt tensioner, serpentine belt. Yep. Alright, now we're going to do a little bit of inspection. Just to give it, just a little once over. Make sure I didn't forget nothing or screw something up or, I tend to do stuff like that, Alright, now we're going to do the cross member. It all looks fine and dandy. It looks dandy, man. Alright, now we're going to do the rear. Now we're going to do the cross member. Alright, now we're going to do the other side. In all fairness, it should tell us everything's good. And then what we're going to have to do is put on either the test path or, which I don't think I have. Do I have it unlocked yet? Okay, so I do have the test path unlocked. Okay. That'll be the next thing that we do. But let's go get our belt and belt tensioner. They're over here. At least I think they are. Yeah, I left them over here. Where? I do not know. I'm not seeing them. Where did he put them? Look at that, eh? Soon to be a dyno. They're working on it right now. Look at all these pallets. Oh, put them way back here. There we go, right there, perfect. Why did he bring them all the way back over here? Like, he had no reason to be back here. What a delivery guy, what a guy, what a character. Alright, now let's snake around all this stuff. Let's put on the belt. Put on the belt tensioner. Good. And I think what else we need to do. Change brake fluid, coolant, power steering. So let's get back on here. Let's go over here. Let's go to our drain tool. Yeah, well, he wants us to change it, so we're going to change it all. And we technically don't need to drain the oil because we already did that. Pull the motor out of the car. So, it's all good. We got that going for us right now. And now we refill it. Oh, we didn't need an air filter. So we only got 4 parts left. Alright, so I guess we are going to be, what was it? Type A. Type A air filter, man. Right here. Alright, now we're going to fill the brake fluid. And we're going to fill the coolant, power steering fluid, oil, and top off the windshield washer fluid, which is basically a refill anyway. And we'll fill it up to the line so that the calipers off. Gave her a brake job, man. She's running low on all four corners. Power steering fluid. There we go. And now the windshield washer fluid. Perfect. We're getting it. The bottom few jobs should be done now. What? I put no oil in it? Oh no. What? Thought I did. I guess we're probably going to figure out what happened to that thought, right? It went right out the window. Oh, this one's a bad fan on it. Can't remember. There we go. Now we're done with the bottom two. We need the air filter and 4 other parts and pieces that are not being accounted for. No, that's engine needs to be complete to perform that action. Hey, do you know that? The engine needs to be complete before we can perform that action. So we're going to check the electronics. Ooh, there's something. I saw an 8%. Medium fuse type B, medium fuse type B, relay type A, relay type B. Guess what? We just found all the issues. So we need 2 medium fuse type Bs. We need a relay A and a relay B. What we got in here? Medium fuse type B, we got 1. And what was the other? Relay type A. And I think we got a B in here, right? Yeah, we got a B. We just need an A. And 1 more fuse B. 1 more fuse, man. Fuse, relay type A. Medium fuse B. Nice when they're all in-house. Don't have to leave. Don't have to order. Alright, well, I guess we should go get our air filter. That one got dropped off over here. Oh, thank you, thank you. I was at the office, you know. I don't know why the front staff couldn't run it to the rear, but, you know, whatever. You know, tomato, tomato, right? Alright, now let's pop off these clip Bs. Slide her onto this side. Perfect. Let's pop this out. Let's get this out of there. Maybe let's take this out. The reason why is because we're going to go repair them. Yeah, well, at least we can repair the clip Bs, you know. We got that going for it right now. There we go. Jump back over here. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad. You know, it's only, what, 92%? Oh no, what's he gonna do with a 92% airbag? Oh my gosh. Go. Put this around. Slap on these 2 clips. And leaves out the door running. Sort of, figuratively. Imaginative. Was that all I had to do for the front? No, it was not. We gotta go over here. So we're gonna do a little bit of a cheater way of doing this. Well, I wouldn't really call it cheater. It's just using the old Nugan. We got 2 Bs, 2 A's, and 3 relay type Bs. Now, which ones are bad? Alright, that A, that B, and then 2 bottom ones. we need this to be out, this to be out, this one, and this one. There we go. Like that. Now we should have two of these, right? Yeah, one, two, the lead. And that's all done. Now we just gotta finish putting it back together. Put this up. The hood's too small, won't really do anything anyway. Won't hit off nothing, so. Once again, we got that going for us, right? You know? Alright, let's go put this new refurbished gearbox back in. I'm pretty sure I repaired everything from under here. Drive shaft. Starter. Now we're going to put this CV axle in, which is, I believe, front drive axle C. It's all been repaired. Perfect. And now we're going to put this one on. Put this wheel in play. Last but not least, we're going to put the exhaust peep up. Perfection. Alright, everything looks done. Boom, finished. Hey, $4,700. That's not bad. That is not bad. Not bad at all. Now, you're going to be stuck with a dilemma here. I need a crank and an engine block for that car behind me. We also need, let's see here, two of these, two of those, two of these, two of those. Was it steering knuckle C? Yep. There we go. One of these I broke it. Oops. Sway bar B. We need those. Two of those. One of these. I can't remember if we got the backing plate or not. Let's see, we need 20 of these. Whew, that's gonna be a pricey bill. We need two of those, two of these, 4 bearings, two of those, two of these, what was our braking situation like? Anybody remember? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders, 3 calipers. So we need a caliper. And we got all the brake discs. I can't remember if I got the brake lead or not. But I'm not going to be using those rotors on there anyways, so. But we do need a brake caliper. And 4 pads. And one of these. Whew, pricey. Oi. 1,300 bones. Woo-wee. They saw me coming. Wait till I start getting the rest of the parts for it. It's going to be pricey. Alright, but now we need to get the engine block. Actually, no, we do not. We're just going to wait. We're just going to put this up in the air. We're going to do the suspension this time. Let's see, what size wheels are on this thing? 20s or 21s? 21s, okay. So while we're sitting here, waiting on my parts to show up, let's look at some wheels. Now we're going to go at least to the blue labeled ones. They're a little bit, not about the same price, I guess. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, that's not a bad looking wheel. Pretty cheap too. Oh, that's not bad either. Alright, I think we're gonna get 4. That's not bad, really, because that's what 2 of those tires cost me for the GTO, which I'm not looking forward to buying them for this because this one's a little bit bigger and it's gonna be even more pricey. All right, well, we got wheels. Okay, we're at that point now. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to get all the performance parts for this car. I just do not think we're going to be able to do that because that is going to be really pricey. Let me just explain something to you here. Let me show you. We'll go over here. We're going to go to engine heads. Just the heads. All right, we are looking for the CGM. Engine head A. Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing? Where'd it go? Right there. Okay. The stock version of the head, is $1,150 just for that style head. Okay. Now we're gonna jump down here. We go over here to the same engine head. Gotta find it here. Where are you? Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Where are you? Yeah, past it. Yeah, $1,800. It's almost $1,000 more for the performance ones. Now, when it comes to the internals, like the piston rings, well, piston rings ain't gonna be real much difference, but the pistons, we're gonna be getting them. We're gonna get 8 of these right now. Perfect. That is a guarantee. And now we're gonna run over into this category. I get a camshaft for it too. $108. That's not bad. Not bad. I can dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. We need a crankshaft for it. Comes to $170 versus a regular V8 OHV crankshaft is $150. And we need 3 crank caps. I can't remember what pulley it is. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. Just, the more expensive one, of course, right? Story of my life, man. Story of my life. $2,100 for an engine block, which in today's market, that's actually not bad. I mean, you spend about $1,500 more, and I'm pretty sure you can get, well, I wouldn't say supercharged, but you can get a crate LS motor through Summit Racing. Maybe another $5,000 more, and you get performance fully dressed, Excuse me, but we need to get this. And then we need to slide our way down over here. We need a clutch plate, pressure plate, release bearing, and the flywheel. That is just so I can finish putting the suspension together. So, while these parts are showing up, I'm going to take a short little break. And when I get back, we're going to grab our parts. We're going to put the suspension engine, or the base of the engine in. We can put the suspension on. And then, actually before we go, we'll get me another job here. Actually, let's get a couple jobs, right? Yeah, okay. And then we'll get one more. Let's just... Ah, crap. Well, I don't want to look at that. I've already seen that before. This one pays 25% more on the cash. Ooh, lime green. There's actually one of these in the city I live in. It's kind of interesting. But don't go nowhere, anybody. And when we return, we're going to get our parts for the vet. We're going to get a rolling chassis. As difficult as that sounds, we're going to be getting her done. And we're going to set the car off to the side out somewhere. We're going to just leave it there and work on these customers' vehicles, build up our bank account, put a little bit more money into the vet, and we're going to repeat the process till that vet is finished. Now, once that vet is finished, it should net us somewhere upwards of $300,000. So that's going to contribute to the $1 million. Okay? Like I said, by the end of today, I want to be at it. By the end of the stream, I want to be at $1 million. So, don't go nowhere. I will be right back. I have returned. Alright. So, I guess our parts must be here by now, right? Looks like they're all here. Perfection. Beautiful. Alright, so, before we begin working on customers' vehicles, crap, I forgot to do something. Build a new engine. Okay. Alright, we're going to scroll down the list here all the way to the very last page. We need this one right here. Alright, first things first, let's put this block on here. Block on, man, block on. Put the camshaft, we got one? Yes, we do. We got an idler B? No, we do not. What about a cam gear? No, we ain't using the junky ones. Alright, so let's flip this over. Alright. Now, I can't remember, did we get a crankshaft? Yes, we did. Nice, 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 nice. We got piston, no piston rings. Okay, so we're at that point right now. But I remember getting all this stuff. There we go, we got a repaired, nice. Okay, so we got literally the bare block. Okay, so now take this off. Before we run on over there, let's put all this stuff together. Pull that battery off of there before it blows up the entire shop. We don't want that to happen. That's bad news. Alright. There we go. Perfection. The last one, I believe. Okay. So, we're going to drop this down. Bring this over to there. We're going to swap this with the Camaro. That's a simple one, so we're going to do that one first. Put that in there. I know there's no crank caps on. That's okay. It's held up with hopes and dreams. Now we've got a little bubble gum holding it in place for now. Alright, now we're going to go like so. Put the gearbox in. Alright. Now we can come back over here. Oh, we got to get one of them. Okay, so we're going to make a new list here. Everything that we need to order for this car. We need that. We need those. Now, let's see. We got an upper controller. Ooh, a short one. Oh no. Oh no. We got the bottom ones. We got that. We got that going for us right now. Let's put that in. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, we need a new wheel hub B. We got the bearings? Yeah, we did. Heck yeah. Got a rotor? Yep. CV? Yep. Rear axle B. Perfect. Now, we're not going to be able to put our fancy dancy wheels on. Not yet. But we can at least put these ones on just to set it on the ground. You know what I mean? And move it around if we need to. Alright, can't do nothing on that side yet. So let's roll up here to the front. Let's put in the cross member that we repaired. Let's put in the bigger bushings. There we go. Perfection. Steering rack, we repaired that. Sway bar B, we bought a new one. Alright, so far we spent what, 10 grand on this? Which, if you really think about it, it's not all that much money. It's almost a complete suspension for 10 grand. So it's not too bad. You know, it's not too bad at all. Alright, get the upper control arm in. Get the lower in. And sway bar and link B. Perfect. The front choke. Beautiful. Backing plate. Got one of them. Wheel hub. No, we need two of these. Crap. Okay, so looks like we got ourselves some parts to order. But at the same time, you know, we can at least get this side done, right? Because wheel hubs, you don't need to have the car all the way up on the very high end of the lift. You can put them in pretty much on the bottom. So there we go. Stick the upper one in now. We need one more upper control arm. Oh no, we shorted ourselves again, man. Why do we do that all the time to us, man? Alright, put it in the shop. The backing plate. And we need a wheel hub. We also need this. Need that. Need this. Need this. We got a brake booster. I can't tell from down here. We also need these fuel tanks. Okay. We need the oil filter. Power steering pump. What else do we need here? We need a cam gear. We need one of them. We need one of them. We need a lot of stuff. Now, if we were to go into here, over to here, scroll over, and I've already tossed them. Why would I do something like that? Why'd y'all let me do that? But alright. Oh, there we go. We got a bit of a parts list here. Start with the engine. We need 4 of these. What was that? Coolant reservoir B. And then we also, yeah, let's get the stuff that we know we need. I can't remember what crank pulley we needed. Can't remember. So we're gonna have to wait on that. Let's get ourselves this. We're gonna wait on some of the stuff here. Like I said, I just want to more or less get this thing so it's stationary on the ground. You know what I mean? And then we can worry about all that other fun jiving stuff later. All right, we need an oil filter. We need an oil tank, so I don't feel comfortable letting it just sit in the air. I need piston rings. 8 of these, they're Hemi. She got a Hemi in her, man. Yeah, let's go rock and roll, man. Oh, yes. Rock her arms individually. Nice. We need 8 of these. Seems to be pretty good for now. For there, we need upper control arm. Oh, wait, we also need front wheel hub. We need 1 of these. Let's see. We need a rear wheel hub B. Trying to think here. Need 1 of those. And that should be good. Alright, now what's this thing need? Loud exhaust, part not discovered. Alright, so we need the middle muffler. That's pretty simple. I think that'd be it, because it's only 1 part needed. Let's just give a little gander of the goose here. Yeah, it looks like that's all it needs, so we'll put this up. Our parts are all in order now. Alright, we don't need this over here right now, so we put that back. This is going to stay here for now. What is our value at right now? Look at that, 33,000. We're already making money. Making money. Alright, this car's not in bad shape. I mean, if it was mine, it'd be getting completely restored, but not restored, but I'd be getting a little bit of a bump in the power, All right, let's go get our parts. I just got the ding on the phone. They're here. Let's see, what do we got right here? Boom, boom. There we go, perfection. Everything is here. That's nice. All right, let's get this thing put back together. Send this up back home to the customer. Perfect. Let's see, we're at $34,181. How did I make money? No, that's the same. Made a whole $163. Didn't even make it off 30. Yeah, okay. That's typical. All right, we got all those parts, but now we're gonna drop this down to 14. Boom. Still everything that we don't need. Made $700. That's not bad. All right, now we're gonna finish this. Get this back on the ground. Let's see. We're gonna put this in. I already had the crank caps. What the heck did I forget about that? Huh? I thought I didn't grab any. Why did I grab the 6? All right, who's playing games with me now? All right. Now, I gotta drop this down. And this makes sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time. Now we gotta put the piston rings on. Let's see, boom, boom. There we go, we're set up for the head on that side now. Which is something that we still have to buy, I believe. I think we might have, no, this car didn't come with heads. Alright, there we go. We're all set up there. What about fuel filter? We got a fuel filter? No, we do not. Okay. What about these? You got any of these? I've got a couple we can put in. What about some C's? We got any C's? Oh, we got 3. We got that going for us right now, Still gonna be short. But, Now you want to see something that's really gonna up the value of the car, which I can't get yet because we ain't that rich. But it's the EC. Ooh, no, get that back out of there. Ew, nasty, nasty. Get out of there. All right, well, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing back up in the air. I'm gonna put in all these rod caps, the oil pan, and then I'm gonna finish our suspension. Alright, there we go. Put this rod cap in. Torque it down. Perfect. Alright, we're going to do this one now. Alright, we got 4 left after this. Well, 3 now. There we go. Put this on. There we go. Put this one in too. Alright, we got that going for us right now. Put the oil pan on. Oh yeah. We're making progress, man. We're cooking with gas. Alright, let's put this on. Put this one right here on. Lower. And we got one. Oh shit. What? Alright, who's playing games with me? How do I get one lone little bushing? Alright, I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this on. Put the rotor on. Beautiful. Brake pad. The caliper. Now this junky wheel for the time being, so we get tires for our new one. What are we up to now? 45. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're up to 80 grand we could be selling this car for and making right now. Alright, now we're going to put the front wheel hubs on, since we have them. Wheel bearing. Dust cap. Brake rotor. Brake pad. Brake caliper and cylinder. Perfect. Now the wheel. There we go. Slide our way over to this side. Same process, you know. Wheel hub. Wheel bearing. Dust cap. And we go rotor. There we go. And then the caliper cylinder. Perfect. And now the wheel. There we go. Suspension on this thing is done. Now it's the expensive parts. Body panels, supercharger. Because see, the body panels for this car are not cheap. You know, they're up there in price value. But that will also instrumentally increase the price of the car. So what are we up to right now? 50 grand. Okay. So we're to sell right now. Our cash flow total would be $85,000. That's not enough. All right, next car on the list. What do we got here? We got ourselves a Jeep. What's the issue with this one? Let's pop the hood here. Let's take a little gander of the goose here. Exhaust manifold, gearbox. Okay. What do we got? All right. It says brake problems, loud exhaust, transmission is noisy, gearbox shift roughly. Well, I wonder what that problem could be. Who knows? Now, where is the ABS control module? Okay, that's all good down here by the looks of it. Okay, so let's slide this into the shop. It's from Texas. Ooh, fancy. We got ourselves here a Texan vehicle, man. All right. All right, we're going to bring this up in the air. Come on in here. Let's go unload this parts into the parts cannon area back here. Let's see, we're going to go 4. Put that in there. This. Oh, that's not where that goes. These can go in there. Those ones go here. And we should be good. Perfect. Now, I'm going to go put some money into the car. Just so when we get the funds, you know, we can... No, I don't want to paint the clip. It's hard. I want the wheels. What the? Take this one. All the way down here. Boom, look at that chrome. Oh yeah, actually. Let's bring up the clear. Drop the brightness down just a bit. Perfect. Now we'll go 75. 100. 200. Now normally these wheels are supposed to be black for this car, but tomato, tomato. It's my build. I gotta build it however way I want. Alright, I think we got all 4 of them painted. Yes, we do. Good. This car's supposed to have what? 335. 321s. 355, 25, 21. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spend a little bit of money. We're gonna put tires on this thing. It's gonna hurt the bank a bit, but yes it will. And the fronts are what? 255, 30, 20. 2, 21, 255, 25. Hey. Alright, anywho. Let's see here. We're going to do this. Clear this out of the way. Perfection. Let's jump up and in here. Let's see. We need exhaust manifold. And we need a gearbox just by the looks of it. But before we go any further, let's double check this gearbox issue. You know what I mean? Let's just give it a little quick, little. And we gotta get the starter out of here. And every part we just took off, we're planning on repairing or replacing. Oh, we need ourselves a pressure plate. Alright, so, looky. Alright, so we're going to go into here. Exhaust manifold, boom. Gearbox, boom. Clutch pressure plate, boom. Now, they said they were having issues with their brakes. Now, that one looks decent. Again, looks decent. What about this one? Oh, nasty. Pads, probably a rotor. Let's just verify here. Brake disc ventilated brake pad. Okay, now jump our way down here to the rear. Now, what's that brake pad look like? That one looks okay, that I can see. So, let's kind of somehow get unstuck here. We're going to spin our way back up and around. Ooh, we got ourselves a dead caliper. Okay. Alrighty. And we're also going to replace the caliper cylinder. So, let's, hold on. Screwed up. There we go. Alright, now we can order parts. Caliper cylinder, brake disc ventilated, and brake pad. Alright, so that one was junk, and then this one is junk. Perfect. There we go. I already know what that part is, so we don't need to worry about that. That's the exhaust manifold. You can tell just by looking at it. You want to know how I know? I'll show you. This is how I know. One of these things just doesn't belong here. I think I found out where their leak is. Alright, while we're waiting on parts to show up for this, let's go take a look at Grandma's Cadillac. Ooh, cylinder heads. Ooh, right off the hob. Ooh, boy. Starter. Oh, dear. Engine can't be started. Of course not. Overall, looks to be not bad health. Starter. Did I not just call starter? Alright. We're going to order one of them up. Because there ain't no saving a 14% starter. Alright, so we got that ordered. And then close that down. We gotta try to bring this thing in for a bath. I mean, it's nasty. Nasty. So it's definitely been sitting in the barn for a minute. It's got nice wheels and tires on it though. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Ooh, paint cleaned up nice too. Ooh, look at that. All right, what's the story on this one? Hey, I'm coming to you with a very sentimental task. The Hellcat is the only piece of my grandma I have. The condition may not be perfect, but I really care about making it into something that would resemble production condition. Grandpa takes great care of it, but he's showing his age, just like the car. He could use a fresh approach to the subject. I want to... ... surprise him. The condition of exploitation elements should be fine, but the rest... The more difficult to access parts have surpassed the capabilities of Grandpa. Please take care of this classic piece for me. See you. Aha. 3 pages of good stuff. Hellfire. It's not a Hellfire, it's a Hellcat. Meow. Huh. Alright, well. We got that going for it right now. I'll put this at garage entrance bay. Alright, let's go get our parts that we requested. Nope, that's not down. I think these 2 box crates are. Let's see, yeah, I see some parts. I see some parts. So let's go repair the ones for the Jeep to put back on the Jeep. And then, yeah, we're good to go at that point. Alright, so we got the front drive shaft E, which got to repair. Come on. Drive shaft. Transfer case, which is $209 to repair, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than having to buy one new. They're like $1,700. I mean, they most definitely are not freaking cheap, I'll tell you that much. Okay. I repaired parts I didn't need to repair, but guess what? We did it anyway. Alright, now we're going to put on the brake rotor. Perfect. New pad. And a newly refurbished caliper, I think. Could be. I'm not sure. Put on the Jeep wheels. Let's see. They're both the same. No, I don't want to put that one on. I want to put this one on. Alright, we got that done. Alright, come on over here. Replace the caliper. There we go. Put this wheel on now. Perfect. Now. Snake our way under the Jeep to the back side of the motor. Back side of the engine. Put on a new pressure plate. The clutch release bearing. It's good enough for a little bit longer. Put on the new gearbox. Brand spanking new out of the box. Or the gearbox. Put on the starter. The transfer case. Good. The front drive shaft E. Slide that into place. Perfect. The rear drive shaft. Put all 8 bolts in for this bad boy. Alright. Now we put this thing back down. And we change the manifold. Let's check and see how we're doing so far. Alright, that's done. That's not. That is. Perfect. This Jeep should notice a pretty penny. Alright, let's see here. Let's pull this off. Alright, I'll put on our new one that we got. That looks weird. One's all nice and shiny new, the other one's not. And we are done. Alright, let's slide this out front. There we go. Alright, have the customer come and get. We're sitting at $28,000 right now. Not bad, $3,400. Not bad at all. Yes. Put our tires together now. Oh yeah. Alright. What's current value sitting at right now? 50 grand. Right on the button basically. We're going to pull these wheels off. I got something stuck on it. I'll try to put these on later. I don't know. take off that rear one. Or not. Oh, there we go. Take off this rear one. Alright. Put our new rubber on now. Well, gotta get it all put back together. Just like so. Perfect. I want to say I got enough cash to do this, but if I have to, I might have to sell that Ford. Or shop truck. I might have to sell it. I don't want to. But that would then suffice us enough to have enough cash to finish this car, paint it, put it out. You know what I mean? And all the hard work on it's done so far. Come on, get off of there. It's got technically now. Well, no, I still got to do the exhaust on it yet. I knew this was getting something, but you know. It's this body that's gonna ding us for cost now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the other junky wheels and tires, used, I should say, not junky, we were sitting at 50 grand. Why does that look different? Go. We're gonna put this one on this side now. There we go. Holy crap. Transformed it completely. Let's revalue that now. $65,000. So we just upped the value just by putting wheels and tires on of $15,000. You know what I mean? Alright, now what should we do? I shouldn't do this, but we're going to do this. Ooh, that's pricey. Well, what the heck does it cost $1,300 for the trunk window? Yeah, well, guess what? Bye-bye, Mr. Miracle. So we meet again. Whew, there we go. Back up. Don't worry, we'll find another one. It's the name of the game, right? Although, if I would have came in here, I can't remember what kind of conditions this one. Is this one right here stripped? Can't remember. Ah, yes. This one right here is a good engine block. The rest of the car is crap. The engine block is at least decent. What's the value on this one? 4 grand. Not enough. So we're going to put this one over here at car lift C, or garage entrance C. Perfect. This one we're building for ourselves. This one right here is going to be the muscle car series. I think I've already started that. Can't remember. Alright. Come on, Grandma's Cadillac, get inside here. Alright. The hood. Actually, let's close the hood. Ugh. There we go. Oh, we need a cross member. Oi. Olé. We need a cross member. That's a definite guarantee. Oh yeah, we also need a starter too, which we do have. Maybe. Nah, we'll just pull the motor and put it on the engine stand and it'll tell us what it means. You know what I mean? That's what it's good at doing. Needs a clutch plate. Oh wait, we may drain the oil out of it. The grandpa's been taking care of it, like grandson says. Well, then this oil should be nice golden color. Very good, very good. Alright, put that back. Slide this down. I say get down. Run over here, grab the engine hoist. Car lift A. Let's walk into the vet. Pull this out. I knew that. I was just seeing if anybody else is paying attention. Alright, so we're going to take off these pipelators, music pipes. Right, now we can pull the motor. But first we got to get it down. There we go, we yank that out. Run on over here. Slap this bad boy on the engine stand. Boom. Now let's go take a look at our inventory of what we need for this thing. Alright, so what do we need? We need a cam gear, clutch plate, crankshaft bearing caps, 2 engine heads, because 2 are better than 1. We need an oil filter, serpentine belt A and B, starter, which we already got. We need all the push rods. I mean all the push rods. And we need the cross member, which I haven't listed on there yet. So let's attempt to get that out of here. Luckily, we don't have to take the wheels off for that. I'll show you how. Come in here, take off this front shock, take off this, take off the lower control arm, slide on over here. Let's pull this off. Same process as the other side. I definitely saw this car's garage capped. Now we may have some bushing issues here, which would make sense with the condition of the cross member. And I believe it also needs either rotors or pads. There we go. Let's take a look at the car status. Alright, let's see. Front cross member E, 1, 2, 3, 4 bushings. So we'll replace all 8 of them that we took off. This makes sense. And we got 1 part not discovered. We have no parts not discovered. All the parts have been discovered. Okay, so start at the top here. We need a cam gear and a clutch plate. Alright, let's see here. We're just going to keep the list whole, just like so. Where the heck is that cam gear? Right there. And then we need CL clutch plate. What else we need? We need crankshaft and crankshaft bearing cups. We need the crankshaft bearing caps, engine head. It's not A and B. I was going to say, no, it better not be. I've been doing that wrong this whole time. What the heck, man? Gee. Alright, we need 2 of those. What else we need? We need the front cross member. Gotta get to it. Gotta get to it, man. Fuel pump oil filter. Wait, there's one right there. And we need the oil filter. Of course, be on the second page out of oil filters. And we need the rubber bushings. We need 8 of them. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. It's done. Rubber bushings. Rubber bushings. I think 8 to replace the ones that we pulled. 4 for the cross member, 4 for the lower control arms. Let's see. So we're going to belt A and B, which is right here for that. And we got B, which is right here. And then we need starter, which we already got. Timing chain. Timing chain. Where are you? Right there. And then we need the push rods. We're going to replace all 16 of them. You know what I mean? We already got to pull the motor apart. We already got to pull the heads off it anyway, so. Alright. Now we wait. But in the process, my body parts showed up. So I got them. Y'all didn't see me get them, but I got them. I'm going to put some stuff on here. Wait, what was the value of the car? It was at 65, right? Yeah, that's at 68. Alright, let's put this rear window in. Alright, now we're going to put the rear bumper, the trunk window. Alright, let's see. Now we'll put tail lights in. There we go. Got another one over here. Kind of not right. Put this door in now. This door window. Window. I'll put the mirror. The other front fender. The headlight. And what's the body condition at? 95, so we don't have a license plate on it. Good enough. Now the car's sitting at $135,000. The motor's not complete. And there's no interior in it. That's not too bad. Once we complete the motor, well, actually, I don't know if it'll be at over 300,000 because we're not putting all performance parts on it because I ain't that rich. So, I mean, that's a pretty good increase in value, right? Because we sure as heck never had no $135,000 be putting in this thing in the beginning. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to run this over to the test path. Get suspension all lined out. Can't do the headlights yet because we don't have no battery in it. We can at least get the suspension lined out. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Now we're going to run this over to, we're going to spend $1,000, give it a good paint. Actually, it's going to cost us a little more than that because I got to do this first. Make it all level, make it all one texture. And then we're going to go down here. I've always liked these cars blue. I really have. Kind of like that blue right there. Now we're going to bring this back to there. Slide this one back as well. Go over here to brightness. Lower the brightness down. Go back over here to clear. Clear the heck right out of it. And we make it just a little bit darker. voices in my head told me to go a little bit lighter. So that's the color. Alright, now we move this back over to car list B. This one. Perfect. And there she be. Paint and body is done. Alright, now our parts should be here for that car. Run over here. There they are in this crate and in that crate. Let's see. Yep, there they are. Perfection. Beautiful. What the? Huh. Repair all these ones. Alright, beautiful. Alright, folks, I gotta step away from it. I gotta go blow my nose. I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. I is back. Okay, now, perfect. Now let's put the stuff back together under here. And then we work on the motor. Put in these bigger bushings. There we go. Enhance in just a bit. Maybe that might be a little too much. Alright, I've got one more bushing to put in back here. Perfect, let's put in the lower control arm. There we go. Perfection. Alright, slide our way over here to the other side. Put in the lower control arm again. Alright, sway bar and link. Perfect. Pêchoc. Alright. Now that is ready to rock and roll. Alright, now we're going to rip this motor down. And in theory, we should have everything that we need for it. Choice of having to take out the crank, huh? Alright, let's take out these plugs. Exhaust manifold too. Thank you, Gramps, for taking care of this thing. This thing's so much easier. Alright, let's pull this fan out of the way. Take off, I believe it's this belt first. Yep. Now this belt. Water pump pulley. Water pump. Alright, now get that clip B out of the way. No. Haha, now we can get it. There we go. Pop that out. Back out just a bit. Perfect. Pop this cap off. The rotor. The stimulator. The crank pulley. Timing cover. There we go. Power steering pump. Alternator. Coil. I'm taking everything off because we're going to start right from the bare block and we're going to build it all back up. I'm going to repair the block, repair everything that I can. Carburetor, you are next. Intake, manifold. Alright, I'm going to swing on over here. Pull this head cover off, the valve cover. Oh, the rockers look in not bad shape. I wonder why I didn't need them replaced. Push up. We're going to enhance in just a bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. Let's take out the push rods. Got a few of them, just a few. Well, I don't think we'll be at $1 million by the end of the stream unless I sell the vet and we hit the junkyard and we find something that I'm looking for. Then we could be sitting at $1 million because, you know, there would be a car in there that would be building if it's there, but I need 2 of them. 2 of them will net me about $600,000-700,000. The Arezzo Cortona. Normally they go for between $450,000 and $500,000, but by the time we get the parts to purchase to build the car properly, you know, we're looking at $100,000-150,000. Plus, those cars are normally never that cheap. I mean, they're cheap considering they cost new, but yeah. The push rods are coming out, and then the cylinder head can come out. Come on, push rod, get out of there. I know you want to stay in the lifter bore, but you're not going to. gets to come out and play in the garbage. Alright, now the cylinder head can come off. Alright, let's work our way to the top side now. Actually, this cam can come out. Yep, perfect. I mean, just look at, I mean, it's all good stuff in here. Alright, let's take off these rod caps. Pull the piston ring. Come on, get out of there. There we go. Work on this side over here. Pop this one out. And with this one. And I'm hoping to be back streaming later as well. Some GTA this time, since it is the last night of these bonuses. And yeah. But no guarantees. Because I gotta get up early tomorrow morning for the weekly update. And Rockstar has it out in time. I may actually go to bed early tonight. Yeah, right. Alright, let's take those. Take these. And take this one off. Pull this. Take this. And over to the repair station we go. Oil pan, sure, why not? Exhaust manifold. Fan. Water pump. There we go. Steering pump, alternator, ignition coil, carb 1 lid, carb 1 base, carburetor. There we go. I'm not going to repair the cylinder heads because I already bought a set. And I can use them on one of my projects. I'm pretty sure Buddy would like to have used all numbers matching equipment, but it doesn't work like that. There we go, one crank cap, one cylinder head. Nice. Okay. So let's roll over here. And go up to warehouse 4. Let's see, we got that. That's good. Cylinder head's good. And everything else seems to be pretty junked, but I'll go to wheel number 5. Put these wheels in there. Perfect. Alright, now let's get this motor together. Together, man. We gotta get her together. There we go. Put crank caps on. I believe this will be the last one before we start adding performance parts to vehicles. Alright, piston rings, here you go. We're going to slide the camshaft in, so I can put the distributor in before. Got the cylinder heads, and then they start. Yeah. You know how we work. The clip B in. The other clip B. The ignition coil. Beautiful. Slide it up just a bit. Put this in. Alright, let's put the oil filter on. Got a new one. Beautiful. Fuel filter. Should be still good. Yep. Okay, power steering pump. Beautiful. Alright, cam gear. Timing chain. Timing cover, which we repaired. Alright, let's see. We got the crank pulley. Crank pulley, 92%. Let's put on the belt B, OHV. Let's put on the water pump. Z water pump pulley. And then we're going to put on the belt A, serpentine belt, V8 OHV. Perfect. Now the radiator fan, V8 OHV, I might add. Alright, now I'm going to finish the bottom end of the motor. Well, technically that's the top end right now, but you know, tomato, tomato. Alright, and we got 8 rod caps, which I believe we repaired them all. I don't think I had to replace any. And they can all go on now. Perfect. We've got 6 more after this. There we go. We got a few, man. We got a few. 4 more. The remold. Oh. Now it's 2, man. Perfect. Oil pan. Nicely refurbished. Flywheel. It's so fly. Clutch plate. This is a pressure plate. Clutch release bearing. Alright. Just give me a momento here, folks. Un momento. Alright, perfection. Alright, where were we? Alright, now we're putting the cylinder heads on. That's what we're doing now. Alright, now we're going to put the push rods in. All brand new, 16 of them. Nice, nice, right? Nice, nice. I wonder why you can't repair the rocker arms. In my plan of attack now, once we're done with this car, is we're going to get the top end of the motor put together on the vet, which means we've got to buy cylinder heads, we've got to buy the push rods, we've got to buy all that fun driving stuff. And then we've got to get the timing cover. Basically, I want to get the motor together next, and then it should be just interior, I think, after that. Pretty sure, anyway. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just interior after that. But I don't know what we're going to run for seats. I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? So, I'm not really sure. I wonder if I have enough cash to buy performance parts for that motor. That would substantially increase the value of the car. Substantially. put these push rods in now. Go, let a few left of these. Just a handful, you know. There we go. Alright, now we'll put the rockers on. We should be good. Good. After this. Did the front end, which we still gotta align the car. They requested us to do that as well. That's under the secondary jobs. There we go. All I know is the videos I've been watching of CMS-21. I can't believe how many people are actually getting the test path wrong. They keep calling it a frickin' dyno, and it's like, it's not the dyno, it's the test path. Strange. But it is what it is, right? I guess. New place, new faces, you know. Can't wait for it to come out on PS5 and to be all mine. Alright, motor is done. Take that off the stand, run it into the wall. There we go. Let's come on over here. 95%. Yeah, it's because we didn't put brand new parts on it. That's why. That's all good. Fuel pump, starter, and that's it. Gotta change the brake fluid, power steering. Brake fluid, power steering. And refill the windshield washer fluid and perform an alignment. And of course give it an oil change, but that's simple because we've already had to drain the oil out of it. So, you know, it's all good, right? It's all good, man. It's all good. Alright, let's start the back here. Alright, let's put some oil in it. There we go. We're putting fluid in it right now. Hopefully we get a good payday for this one. Alright, now we're going to top this off. There we go. Everything's done under here. Done. Put this back. We don't need it no more. I'm curious. Oh, it doesn't. They never told me. What's the issue here? Alright, let's see. We've done quite a few brand new parts. ECU Type A. Son of a biscuit. Now we. Yeah, okay, there's that one. So we're gonna get this. Ooh, $255. We're gonna change the camshaft in it. Give it a different grind, you know what I mean? Let's see here. I'm not gonna worry about the ECU just quite yet. These heads are gonna break us. $1,500, so $3 grand. Ouch. Alright, we need a fuel filter, fuel pump, 2 of these. Now, each one of these is $105. We're going to be spending $89. What's it cost? We're spending $30 more, so it'll be a grand total of about $240 more than what we would spend on the normal ones. So that's not too bad. Yeah, it's pricey, but whatever. It is what it is. So we're probably going to be spending upwards of $1,000. $1,000. 1,000 monies. Well, 712. That's not bad. My math is not math in there again. Alright, now the intake. This is going to be a pricey little bugger. Right there, we need this one to start with. $722. We already got the piston rings. I believe it's this one for $255. We need 8 of these. Whew, $168. Ouch. And then we need 38. Ow. Sorry, man, these guys see me coming every single time. Alright, now I'm gonna go like so. Front exhaust section, V8 OHV, CGM, M1D. And then those are the same. Okay. Not bad. Holy crap-a-roni. I'm glad that car is done. Well, you know, whew, a bit on the pricey side. Starting to sweat bullets here now. Whew. Alright, this needs to go to here for an alignment. No, it doesn't need to go back. See if y'all can figure out why it needs to go back. I made nooks. Looking kind of empty here, isn't it? Okay, so let me see something here. We still need to get finish the cooling system on the vet. We need to get all the electrical done. I just still feel like there's a lot of work. Fuel pump. Fuel pump. Fuel pump, fuel pump, get the fuel pump. They weren't getting my good one. Alright, now we're going to move it over to the test path. Let's fire it up. Needs to be tuned by the sound of it. Perfection. Hey, I need more than just an alignment on the front. Holy crap, this car is way out. How about over here? The headlights are good, but the suspension alignment is out a lot. Alright, that's this car done. I will believe you are done. Alright, we're sitting at 17. Alright, we got a little bit of money. I made $7,000 off of that. There we go. Got all those parts put into it now. And we still forgot the most important ones, which we will get momentarily. Alright, now we need 16 of these. And they're not bad, you know, they're only $5 a piece, so it's not too bad. Now, the rockers, that's going to be a bit different of a story. Now, they're 50 a pop. And we need 16 of them. There we go. Perfection. Perfect. Well, I got one of these, don't I? Yeah, we do. How about one of these? No. Okay, so you get added to the list. What about this? We got anything over here? No. So you will get added to the list as well. Alright, I'm going to finish the push rods on this side. And then we need the head covers, which are like almost $500 a pop. Putting in the rockers now. Now hopefully we can get this car finished, make some money. Like, what are we up to in value right now? 143,000. So it's went up 8 grand. Of course we don't have one of those. What's that? Alright, we're going to come over here to this side. Spark plugs leading the way, man. I don't know. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know if we're going to have enough cash for this car. Although we should. I think I got, what, maybe 5 grand worth of parts left, plus the ECU, which is 15 in total. We might have just enough. Alright, now let's get this other one in. Perfection. Put these rockers on now. There we go. Oh, fuel filter, right? Yeah, buddy, we do. Alright, I know I ain't got one of them, so we're gonna have to get one of them. Alright, let's see here. We got an either B. Of course not. I think I checked that earlier. Let's grab a few. Grab 4. Do I got a cam gear? No, of course not. Why would I? Alright, let's put power steering pump on. I know we got the intake. I already know that. Yeah, this is going to put the car value over 200,000. $673,000. Close. Very close. Very, very close. I know I got the fuel rails. Let's put this on. Nope, ain't got that yet. Huh. As much as I don't really want to do this, all the cars I bought in for the shop, I got to sell them all. Except for this one. What the heck? Right, well, we're gonna have to figure something out here. What the heck's going on with this one? All right, well, fine. Be like that. We'll cheat the system a little bit here. $1,300. So that puts us in the hole. $2,800 with this thing. Hopefully, we'll make something back. Well, maybe a little bit of money back, I guess. All right, now in theory, we should have enough money to finish this. All right, let's see. Well, let's go through the whole entire list here. All right, engine-wise, let's see. We need air filter base, air filter lid. Do we need a belt tensioner? Can't remember. Nope. Okay. Cam gear. Already got the head covers on the way. What else do we need here? We need a crank. I'm pretty sure we got a crank pulley, don't we? What's crank pulley supposed to be? V8. Okay. Well, in case we don't have one, well, we got one now. Probably double purchased it, but yeah, you know, tomato, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, these things are stupidly priced, but whatever. I'm gonna grab 5 of them as well. We got an oil filter for this thing? Yeah, it's already on. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We need one of these. We need 2 of those. Let's see, what's the radiator? Okay. 2 of these. 2 of those. 2 of those. Ah, yes, I forgot about that. One of them. And this one. And this. Perfect. Already got all that done. Where's my water pump? I need the water pump. There we go. I need one of those. Electronics. We need that. I already got the fuse box base A that's already in the car redone. Better to have too many than not enough, right? That's the way I look at it. Let's grab, I don't know, 10 of these, 10 of those, 10 of these, 10 of those. As much as it pains me, we're going to grab one of them. The interior. So I think we are going to have enough money to get everything that we need. Let's see, 602, 700 for a Mustang seat. Really? Holy crap. Actually, a BMW M1 Pro card seat would probably be pretty sweet in this. No, I want to get the SLS, but the problem is it's red and black. And red and black, it's not really going for my color combination. You know what I mean? So let's see, what's the cost for a Camaro steering wheel? $275. Or we can get this one for $400. That works for me. I think we're going to get 602 or 700. You know what we could do? Get these ones right there. Heck yeah. All right. C O R V. Oh, wait, go this way. I'll go this way again. There we go. Perfect. I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but we're gonna grab that anyway. Alright, I know I have this already. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I need a brake booster, I think. Ooh, look at where that bushing was supposed to go. Right there. We wouldn't be able to put it on the dyno if we didn't get that. Alright, so my parts shop, this car will be finished. Heck yeah. What's the current value of it right now? $178,000. That's not bad. Well, how many times have we reloaded our cash fund though? And what's the body value at on this? $66,000. Performance parts value is $35,000. Parts value is $50K. Bought the car for $11,693. We put about 95 into it, so it'll be, we'll say, 106,000. So technically, we're making around 70-ish grand, 70,000-ish, somewhere around there. Which overall is not bad, I guess, right? Not bad, not bad. I'd drive it. And then I'd park it. I'd be scared to damage it. You know what I mean? Alright, let's go get our parts. And this should be the final haul. Boom. Look at all that. Look at all that good stuff we get to put on there. Before we start digging in too deep, I'm going to put this back up in the air. I'm going to close that down. And put the exhaust on. I can't remember. Did we put the starter in? I can't remember. No, we did not. Where is it supposed to go? Right there. There we go. I'll stick this pipe later in. Keep it full. Slide ourselves to the back here. Let's grab that one. This one, and under the car is, no, wait, it's not finished. It's not finished. What the heck? Now we're finished. And now we're at basically $200,000. So, it's a pretty sweet score. We've definitely made our money back. Let's see, we'll say we've got up to 30 twice. Then we got her up to 50. That's what, 110,000 we've spent on this thing so far. somewhere-ish around that general ballpark figure. Alright, I'm gonna put this on. Put this in. Put that in there with it. Put the lid on it. Keep it safe, keep it cool, keep it clean. Put the clip A on. The other clip A. The other clip A. The last clip A. Alright, put the head covers on. Nope, nope, nope. In good conscience, I can't leave it like that. I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't leave it like that. That just wasn't cool. Alright, now we go put stuff back on. So much easier to build motors on the engine stand. It really is. But it is what it is, right? Alright. Now put this cover on first this time. Put the ECU type A in. Now we're sitting at 230,000. So we might make 300. Put some MSD blaster coils on it. Give it that little extra whoof. You know what I mean? The whoof. Just getting this side over here. Perfect. I'm going to put the coils in on this side too. Put the alternator on. There we go. We still got coils to do. Coils for days. Go. Put the idler B on. Got a couple of them. Put the cam gear. I already have one. I don't know why I got another one. The timing chain, timing cover. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, that looks sharp. Water pump. Looks too big for this car. Water pump pulley. Got an idler A. It's supposed to be right there. Alright, let's put the crank pulley on. Good. Belt B, CGM. Belt for the supercharger. Let's put the other idler A in right here. Beautiful. Alright, motor is done. 200 and, well, we're sitting at $250,000 right now. And we still got to do everything up front here. But before we get too carried away, I'm going to finish putting these in. There we go. So, was it worth it? For us to sell everything that we own, to put into this, let's see, we made what? 30-ish G's, I guess, from selling vehicles. 15. The truck was valued at what? 20 or 16? No, 27. 27 plus 8 for the Cuda, plus another 5 for the Nova. A little 55,000 we put into it. Somewhere in that ballpark figure anyway. But, you know, like I said, we're probably into the car for about 110,000. Taxed out, total, everything. Which in all honesty is not bad. You know what I mean? Because look at the return investment we're getting on it. Alright, let's put these fuses in now. Got a relay C right there, perfecto. Put in fuse B, or A, B, A, B, and this should be C. Alright, we need a battery and fluid. Not bad, not bad. Hey, what was that? Oh, what's missing back here? I saw something, I just don't know what it was. Huh? I saw something flicker. Well, looks like we're all there. Alright, let's put some brake fluid in it. Once we put oil in it, we can technically fire it up. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to fire it up, we're going to go align it, we're going to go put it, I don't have a dyno yet, never mind. Although I could get one. Engine oil right here. When you deal enough with them V8 OHV motors, everything's at the back. You know what I mean? There we go. Put some power steering fluid in it. I guess I could have put coolant in there. I can still see it. I can seize the line, man. Go. And there we go. Perfect. Yes. Oh, guess what? Lemon rack time. Alright, see if all of our hard work paid off. We put coolant in it. Yes, we did. Okay. Scared me there for a minute. Alright, slide this down. Slide this to the right just a bit. Perfect. Now, it is complete. 100, 100, 100, 100. It's supposed to be 680 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 620 pound-feet of torque at 63 or 5,300 RPM. However, we're probably pushing over 1,000. I really want to know. 278,000. What are we going to sell this thing for? Which, in my opinion, is not bad. Not bad at all. I'm curious to know. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. See that goodness right there? Good. Oh, yeah. We got 2 points left, so let's use them right there. Alright, now we can officially fix all body panels. But anyway, as I was looking in here, I was going to say 20 grand for the dyno. Should we get it? Should we get it? Should we get it? We're going to get it. Auto repair station. Perfect. Alright. Let's go tune this bad boy. Can't do the gears, but perfect. That was pretty simple. Alright, what's your guys' predictions? What are we gonna run? 680 horsepower stock, 620 pound-feet of torque stock. I figure we should be somewhere up in the 1,000 to 1,200 range. Put it in the comments. I didn't talk to you yet. 1,241 horsepower at 6,400 RPM, which is an increase of 562 horsepower, 83%, and 1,105 pound-feet of torque at 5,300 RPM, which is an increase of 486 pound-feet of torque, or 79%. Our drag rating is 8 at 691, and that's without slicks. We put slicks on this bad boy. She's running probably about 700, 750 for the drag rating. Alright, let's bring this over to car lift B, where it's done all of its work, lived its life for the last little bit. I think she's looking pretty darn sharp. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to slide this outside here to garage entrance C. Let's snap a little photo of it, shall we? There we go. Perfect. Alright, time to make some money. $278,281 is what we're going to get for it. Bye-bye. Alright, we are sitting at $287,024. So, I'm going to have to call a cab here. Show a little bit of leg. Pick me, pick me. Alright, we're going to go to the junkyard and get the next build. See what they got anyway. They may not have anything. I don't know. It's gotta be expensive. Expensive, man. Expensive. Well, not really. Yeah, man, show me the money. What the heck is that? Oh, that is stripped. That's Jaguar. Damn, that thing's really stripped. E-type? What do they want for it? It's feasible. Since everything's low. Oh, yeah, it's $4. It's worth $4 more than what they're asking for. It's only got the V6 in it, though. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's no bueno. We want at least 8 or bigger. So hopefully I didn't just waste $500 coming here. What's this one? Ooh, the Nissan 370Z. Yeah, it's worth more than this. It's worth less than what they're asking. So, a Jaguar? Man, I wish it would have been a Camaro. But it is a standard. Pontiac Trans Am. $8,300 though, ouch. Yeah, it's a Lamborghini. Marina Bizzarini. Okay, well, that's feasible. Okay. Whether or not I want it or not, it's a different story. We just finished one of them. Wouldn't it be cool to say, I own a Lamborghini, man? Yeah, this is actually the best price one in here. Garage. Put it in the garage, man. Just set it and forget it. Alright. Our time has come here. It's time to go back to the shop. To the shop we goes. But I do got some bad news for you, though. This is where we are going to part our ways for now. Hoping to be possibly back on later after supper with the Grand Theft Auto. It's hard to say. We'll see what happens. Things can pop up around here at any given time, any moment, whatever the case may be. But again, I'd like to thank everybody who's been watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. Be greatly appreciated. And also, too, if you wanted to, go down in the description, down at the very bottom, become a member. Help support the channel. So again, thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you on the next one, everybody. Bye-bye.